So the green light flashes at the end of the pre-grid. Here we go, race 13. We're past the halfway point and it's senior Rotax. Heat 3, groups A versus C. Let's have a look at your starting grid. So on pole position, it's going to be the 3-2-3 of Reese Hunter, and alongside will be another Brit in the form of Clayton Ravenscroft in the 649. It's the Netherlands and France on row 2, Lars van Vark and Paul Fokkema. Flint Schuring and Luca Larini, row 3. Matthew Higgins and Beard Gottestein rounding out the top 8 positions, and completing the top 10 is Christian de Klein and Noah Hipp. Top 20 is completed by the following drivers: Arthur Horsch, Kai Geerts, Linus Hensen, Nick Cubbins, Lewis Gilbert, Kevin Kremers, Emily de Hoys, Louis Jouin, Zino Kovac, and Justin Polman. Rounding out the 30-strong grid, it's Max Stemmerdink, Nathan Schaefer, Tim Prinzler, Mathis Parlon, Bendit Sabo, Alexander Abkazava, Lester Ellenkamp, Zen Rudenberg, Mats Johan Overhoff, and Axel Goes. So 10 minutes on the clock, set on the timer, plus an additional lap, and the red lights are on the gantry once again. The drivers weaving from side to side. Temperature still around about 9 degrees Celsius. Local time has just gone at 2 minutes past 3 in the afternoon. Local time here in Belgium. So for in the UK, it's just gone 2 o'clock. So let's see if we can get the second phase of senior Rotax heat underway with a clean start this time. Right, out of the final corner, they split. Into the tram lines they go. Revs rise. Are we ready? We are lights out and off and away. And a good start again by Reese Hunter. Clayton Ravenscroft trying to keep it pinned round the outside of Lars van Vark, and I think he's got through to stay second. He has. And Paul Fokkeman's gone up the inside of the 629 to take P3. Brilliant bit of astute driving there from Clayton Ravenscroft, because they can use the runoff areas for the first lap. For any lap afterwards, as hard on the brakes, smoke billowing from the right rear. That was, I think, Beard Gottestein in the 304 that got it all sideways and twisted. Now Reese Hunter leading the way ahead of Clayton Ravenscroft. Paul Fokkema, Lars van Vark, Luca Larini rounds out the top 5. I think there might be Arthur Horsch that's in more than likely, or could that be Flint? Well, we're going to just find out who's where. Reese Hunter, Ravenscroft, Fokkema, Van Vark, Larini, Horsch, Higgins, de Klein, Schuring, and Gilbert. And there's a battle here. Oh, Gilbert having an almighty ding-dong battle with the likes of Linus Hensen. I think Beard Gottestein was in the thick of things with that. As they will make their way through, as it's side pod to side pod as they go down the Europalan. Back end snaking to the left-hand side for Lewis Gilbert, under braking through into turn 7. Looks a little bit closer this time. Just under 8.5 minutes remaining in this race, plus 1 additional lap. There they go through turn number 12. Out of the final corner, Reese Hunter continues to lead with just under 2 minutes completed of the race itself. Larini has got past Van Vark, now has Arthur Horsch, and there is Matthew Higgins waiting in the wings. And that's the battle for 5th, 6th, and 7th as they now hurtle their way into turn 6. They push them through onto the Europalan, and Higgins will get the toe from Van Vark, who looks over his right shoulder, goes on the defensive. Higgins sends it up the inside, neatly done by Higgins to get through, and that is now a change for what is 6th position on the road. Christian de Klein is just pretty much with them. Flint Schuring is battling away with Linus Hansen. Lewis Gilbert has got Beard Dodderstein, Noah Hip, amongst others, behind. As Henson gets up the inside of Flint Schuring, going through into the entrance for turn 12. Gets the job done. And Kai Rilets has set the fastest lap of the race. And where is Rilets at the moment? He's currently 14th, ahead of Nathan Schaefer from the United Kingdom, who completes the top 15. I did have a quick chat with Nick Cubbins about his livery. It's Belgian beer inspired, let's say. Had a quick chat about that with him earlier on. Good to catch up with Nick. So yeah, he's had a bit of a different take on his livery for this weekend. Wanted to run with something special, and it's something he likes. So no harm, no foul on that one. But 6.5 minutes to go. Top 4, pretty much line astern. So it's Hunter versus Ravenscroft versus Larini versus Fokieman. As they cross the line to complete lap number 3, nearly a second separates the top 4. No one really putting their cards onto their chest. There's Ruben Volt and James Johnson watching on from the sidelines, because they're up next. And that is the 3:25 that's just got through. Noah Hip has just made a couple of moves as Rilets gets right up close and personal with the side pod of Beard Dodderstein, going through into turn number 6 onto the Europalan. Nathan Schaefer is there or thereabouts. But the top 3 can't really be separated at this particular moment. So fast to approach the halfway point. Justin Pohlman up to 25th. Louis Juin and Alexander Abkazava is all. There's Nathan Schaefer getting a bit rambunctious with Beard Dodderstein, who now goes on the counter-attack through turn 12. That opens the door. And that's for Noah Hip, who gets through. And here comes somebody else. Oh, my goodness me, the floodgates are starting to open, because that was Noah Hip up the inside. And now Luca Larini has got past Clayton Ravenscroft. As we hit the halfway point in this race, and Ravenscroft is keeping Larini very, very honest indeed. And Rhys Hunter not getting away into the distance. Paul Fokieman running at the top 4. Matthew Higgins, Arthur Horsch, Christian de Klein, Linus Hensen, Lars van Vark, Lewis Gilbert ran at the top 10. Then it's Schuring, Hip, Rilets, Kuppens, Dodderstein, Emily de Hoy's now up into P16. And she started 17th. De Hoy's has always been fast in senior Rotax. And in some races, she's been able to move up the order. Hopefully that could be the same for her in this one. As Hunter still leads. Lap number 7. As the drivers make their way down the Europalan. Mathis Perlon now up into 16th. Kai Rilets in 12th. Axel goes up to 26 ahead of Lester Ellenkamp. But still, everyone is racing, rounded out by Germany's Tim Prinzler in the 6.52. And this battle here, which is going to be the likes of Arthur Horsch, Christian de Klein and Linus Hensen, they are battling away over what is 6th position as Ravenscroft back up the inside of Luca Larini to retake 2nd position on the commencement of lap number 8. Van Vark has dropped towards the bottom end of the top 10 as he's just been passed by Lewis Gilbert. Kevin Kremers now rounds out the top 20. Mathis Perlon now ahead of Beard Dodderstein, having originally got past Emily de Hoy's last time around. And Ravenscroft looking to try and go on the defensive ahead of Luca Larini. And Larini waiting in the wings, seeing if there's going to be an opportunity for him to get past Ravenscroft for 2nd on the road. Across the line once again to complete lap number 8. With just 2 minutes and 40 plus an additional lap, and Larini Back up the inside of Ravenscroft. Ravenscroft goes for the switchback. They were nearly side by side heading into turn number 3. But Ravenscroft has to sensibly back out of it. Paul Fokema is keeping them in check, keeping them very honest indeed as the French driver rounds out the top 4. We've got just over 1/5 of this race remaining as we hit 2 minutes to go on the clock plus 1 additional lap. In the moment, the fastest lap of anybody, Kai Rilets, 54.423. Through they go into turn number 12. Some great camera pickups by the broadcast crew here at Karting Genk as Rhys Hunter continues to lead. Luca Larini, 7/10 adrift. Ravenscroft, and there is a bit of a drama there. That is for the 6:52. And there is a very, very despondent-looking Tim Prinsloo. His race has come to an end. And that was on lap number 8, so we're down to 29 runners and riders. And Rilets now up into the top 10 as Linus Henson up the inside. Oh no! All of a sudden, he got the move done on Arthur Horsch. Christian de Klein might have just, I don't think misjudged it, but went in there with a heck of a big carry of momentum, and it caught him out, and that opened the door for Lewis Gilbert. And Kai Rilets is with the Scotsman right now as we're into the last 60 seconds of the race plus an additional lap. Hunter, Larini, Ravenscroft, Fokema, Higgins, Henson, and there goes Kai Rilets up the inside of Arthur Horsch, but Horsch gets back through, had the inside line for turn 3, and just behind them is Noah Hip. And Rilets going back up the inside of Arthur Horsch. Noah Hip up the inside, gets through, will have the inside line for turn 7 and gets it done. Rilets has a couple of wheels on the curbing through turn number 7, but he keeps the position. And now Van Vark is now back into the fray. Christian de Klein is a little bit further adrift as we're about to hit 0 on the clock. And that is right now. Last lap board is out for Rhys Hunter. Luca Larini rounds out the top 2, and he's less than half a second adrift. Ravenscroft third. 0.76 separates the top 3 as we've got an almighty battle between the likes of the 6:39. That is of Mathis Parlon trying to get past Arthur Horsch in the 3:37. The time waits for nobody as Rhys Hunter continues on his merry way through into turn number 8. Larini second, Ravenscroft, Fokema and Higgins. That's your top 5. They were covered by less than a second and a half after the completion of the 11th lap. We're on the 12th and final lap of this race, and it's one more corner after this. Out of turn 11 comes Rhys Hunter through turn 12, puts the power down, turns the car in, rotates it, and takes another victory by half a second ahead of Luca Larini. Clayton Ravenscroft rounds out the top 3, covered by 8.5 tenths of a second. There is your race winner, Rhys Hunter, the 3:23, based out of Tyne and Wear in the United Kingdom. His father runs the Karting North East circuit, also known as Warden Law. So a good run from him. That's 2 wins on the bounce, and that is the 6:29. That is Lars Van Vark, and that kart has had an issue. So let's have a look at the results. So Rhys Hunter takes the victory ahead of Luca Larini, ahead of Clayton Ravenscroft, Paul Fokema, Matthew Higgins, running out the top 5. Linus Henson, Lewis Gilbert, Kai Rilets, Noah Hip, Christian de Klein, Mathis Parlon, Flint Schuring, Arthur Horsch, Nick Cuppins and Beard Doddestein ran out the top 15 ahead of Emily de Hoys, Bendit Sabo, Alexander Abkazov, the sole Georgian representative, ahead of Nathan Schaefer and Zino Kovac from Hungary, running out the top 20. Kevin Kremers, Max Stemmerink, Axel Goes, Justin Polman, Louis Juin, Zen Rudenberg, Lester Ellenkamp, Mats Johan Overhoff is the last of the classified finishers, with Lars van Vark breaking down with 1 lap to go, and Tim Prinzler unfortunately retiring on lap number 8.